Aye, side of me. Yo, she wanna lick a FaceTime call and she in her panties and bra. Oh, let me see what you have underneath. While you make a boom that move together like twin. I'ma have to film it, I like it, it's super exciting, you know. You could make man pull up on you, you know. Aye, she licking on my neck like say I be ice cream man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Boom. I am not a pilot, but I'm flyer than your average man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Girl, you know just how to satisfy your man. I can never get tired. Now you telling me it's my turn. Execution so smooth. Bring it closer till it's over. Aye, she licking on my neck like say I be ice cream man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Boom. I am not a pilot, but I'm flyer than your average man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Everything I do is splendid. They asking for new jams, tell it's pending. Touch your toes, girl, bend it. You're rocking with a fucking legend. Best life, she want live her best life. I'ma give you your best life, and I could give you your best. Aye, she licking on my neck like say I be ice cream man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Boom. I am not a pilot, but I'm flyer than your average man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Aye, she licking on my neck like say I be ice cream man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Boom. I am not a pilot, but I'm flyer than your average man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Aye, she licking on my neck like say I be ice cream man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Boom. I am not a pilot, but I'm flyer than your average man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Everything I do is splendid. They asking for new jams, tell it's pending. Touch your toes, girl, bend it. You're rocking with a fucking legend. Best life, she want live her best life. I'ma give you your best life, and I could give you your best. Aye, she licking on my neck like say I be ice cream man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Boom. I am not a pilot, but I'm flyer than your average man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Aye, she licking on my neck like say I be ice cream man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Boom. I am not a pilot, but I'm flyer than your average man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath.
Hello guys, welcome to Boxing Block Center, the home of Nigerian African boxing. Please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you click the like and of course the subscribe right, and also go to the notification bell icon, click it and sell it all. Central Revenue Bank, a new exclusive video will definitely be notified. Well, breaking news. Joe the Juggernaut Joyce, the Iron Chin Joyce, has signed a multi-fight contract extension to his promotional deal with Frank Warren. So Joyce has extended his contract with Frank Warren. A very interesting move from Joyce. Am I really that happy about this? Probably not. Maybe because I don't like Frank Warren, or I don't like what he did when Joyce, of course, beat Daniel Dubois. We all know how Frank Warren did not actually Frank Warren did not actually support Joyce in beating the boy, even though they were both his fighters. He was very sad when Joyce beat the boy. And also, I know Joyce doesn't want to be on, like, he doesn't want to be a second choice, you know, on the when he didn't want to be a second choice on the Matchroom, for example. Because if you look at the division right now, the division is being ruled by Matchroom. Let's keep it right here. Frank Warren, no doubt, is a phenomenal promoter. He's an OG in the game. At the end of the day, where is this going to? Let's say right now, Joshua fought Kurapulev, who was his IBF mandatory last year, December. And Joshua is about to fight Alexander Usyk, who is his WBO mandatory challenger. Now, Joyce is very highly ranked. He's next in line in the WBO. When is he going to get a shot? Like, signing with Eddie Hearn probably would have been easier, but I understand Joyce doesn't want to be a second fiddle to Joshua, because Joyce is a big man of his own. He's a big name, you know. In the UK, he's got his own fan base, and he just want to be the mainstream guy. Although Sam Jones and Eddie Hearn are very close, I just don't understand why he did this. But maybe I just me wanting him to you know, be more recognized, you know, like want him to get his name out there. Of course, his name is already out there, but maybe just me not being happy with Frank Warren, the way he was very sad when you just beat Daniel Dubois after what happened. We all know. Let's get on here. Adewale to give a stake. Adewale, how you doing, bro?
Hey, brother. Thank you for having me. I'm doing very well, man.
What about you? Man, I'm good, man. It's life. Everything. I better Canada.
Yeah, Alberta is great, bro. Man, shout out to all my brothers on the panel. I see Ty and my Joe. I'm just gonna say that Joyce, you know, this guy is not a young fighter. He's not a spring chicken. That's how they say it. He's around 6 years old. He doesn't really have much time to waste or to be playing around, you know, gambling with his career. He's at a point where he believes he's ready for the best in the world for a world title. So I would think that the move that he made to remain with Frank Warren has to do with his chances of getting the world title shot, because Frank Warren has a solid connection with WBO and I believe the WBA, and Joyce is, if I'm not mistaken, ranked somewhere at the top in those two sanctioning bodies. If he goes somewhere else, let's compare the other guys on the scene, the main promoters. So there is Matchroom Boxing. If he goes to Matchroom Boxing, then he would probably have to be third fiddle to AJ and Dillian White. The only way he can get a chance is if he has a spectacular performance that makes the fans want to see him get a better fight. I feel like he's already on the right trajectory, just looking at it from that aspect, because he, the win against Carlos Takam was with Frank Warren, and that was already on the right trajectory towards a world title, towards more recognition, and him remaining with Frank Warren, comparable if he had gone to Eddie Hearn. I don't know, man. I feel like Frank Warren might have been a better option. That's just me. I might be wrong. I mean, it's my opinion. Now, if he had gone to sign in the United States, there is Top Rank, PBC. I can't even think of any other one now. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. This guy is not someone known in the US. I feel like he has to put what he has going on in the United Kingdom. So signing an extension with Frank Warren, in my opinion, it doesn't look all that bad, you know. I don't know, man. This guy is already 35. Man, that's all I have to say, bro. I feel like he made a decent decision. But maybe if you guys can point to you know, whatever wrong he could have made, let me know.
Thanks, brother. I do appreciate your take on this subject right here. Let's get on here. My Joe. I beg mute up, man. Adewale.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My Joe, your take on this, bro. Like, wise decision from the Iron Chain Joyce, or a decision that is you don't like, that is not understandable from
Right. So
from a point of curiosity.
so I I actually had a different opinion before listening to Adewale. But after listening to some of his points, mm, I'm beginning to now think that he probably made the right decision. Um, to be honest, at first I was saying no, he made the wrong decision only because I wasn't happy with the way Frank Warren reacted to his win over Daniel Dubois. I was not happy with how he reacted. He was not happy at all. I think he obviously expected Daniel Dubois to beat Joe Joyce, so that way Daniel Dubois would have been a proper household name, because it would have been a situation where a guy like Dubois beats an accomplished amateur and the person of Joe Joyce. So I wasn't happy with the way Frank Warren reacted, and I think my judgment would have been biased. But now listening to Adewale, in a way, if Joe Joyce, if you went to Matchroom, right? In Matchroom you have Anthony Joshua, who is arguably the biggest heavyweight in terms of popularity and in terms of market value at the minute. And then you have what's his name? Oh geez, what's his name? You have Dillian, and Dillian is a massive name as well, especially in the UK and across Europe. He's a massive name. And even a guy like Derek Chisora is way bigger in terms of popularity and in terms of name, and way bigger than Joe Joyce, way bigger. So Joe Joyce wouldn't have been the first choice with Matchroom. He's not going to be the second choice either. He's not even going to be the third choice, in all honesty, because Derek Chisora is still there. So Joe Joyce would have probably been the fourth or the fifth choice in terms of popularity. And like Adewale said, he's not spring chicken. It's actually, Joe Joyce is like 35 going 36. He's not a young man. And when you look at Frank Warren and look at his table, at the minute, he's only got two renowned heavyweights, to be honest. He's only got Joe Joyce and Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois suffered a defeat to Joe Joyce. And Joe Joyce, he's in a good place right now. Daniel Dubois is in a good place in terms of ranking. So now I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take my bias away from the whole situation and be real. I think he probably made the right choice, the right decision. I think he probably made the right decision, to be honest. Because the truth of the whole matter is that with Matchroom, Anthony Joshua is the main man. And Anthony Joshua will be protected, and I don't blame anyone for protecting him, because he is a cash cow. He brings in the money, he brings in the popularity, he brings in the revenue, everything.
But Joshua is not going to be there forever, bro.
He's not going to be there forever, but Joshua is younger than Joe Joyce.
So
Joshua is like 5 years younger than Joe Joyce.
Joyce is even older than Joshua.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
Joshua is 5 years younger.
I know. But Joshua is at the top right now. Joe Joyce is not yet. He's not
He's
there
at the
yet.
top, but Joshua is probably still going to fight longer than Joe Joyce, though.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
That's the point.
I don't think Joshua will fight longer than Joe Joyce.
That's what.
I don't think so. But that's my opinion. Yeah. Continue.
Brother, okay, my opinion is that at some point Joe Joyce is going to start to slow down. Bro, age will catch up at some point.
At 35 years old, this guy's a machine. How will he slow down?
That's because
35 years old is a machine already. He's got more gas tank than Joshua and Wilder combined. That
He
shows
doesn't
you
fight like them, though.
at
He
age
has not fought
at
anyone
age
like he
34.
has not. What do you mean combined? Come on, bro. How can you say
He
combined?
doesn't have the gas tank of Wilder. I disagree on that one.
What do you mean?
Oh,
What do you mean he doesn't have the gas tank? Bro, Jojo's gas tank is definitely more superior than Wilder's. What do you mean? Jojo's that will come forward all the time. Without that guy never. Okay, now let's keep it real. Have you ever seen Jojo's get tired in a fight? Tell me.
No, but I haven't seen it in a 12-round world championship fight, bro. I come on.
We're not saying about, but I'm just saying now. Like we've seen a lot of fighters get tired. We've seen our brother Ajagba get tired. We've seen Joshua get tired all the time. We've seen Deontay Wilder get tired. We've seen Dylan White gas out like crazy. We have never seen Joyce get tired in a fight. That's a fact.
Bro, you see, for me, the way I see things, right? You cannot say until. This is what we were saying about Wilder, okay? Wilder was knocking out everyone. And we were all saying, let's wait until he actually gets in there with a proper top-notch heavyweight.
Well,
let's see what happens.
I be saying AJ has best gas tank. Bro, I'm a Joshua fan. No, he's not. He's just not.
AJ doesn't have the best gas tank.
Bro, stop it. I'm Joshua fan. You know, so stop that, bro.
Now, but what I was about to say about Joe Joyce, okay? I was about to say that, see, Joe Joyce at the minute is showing some serious level of a gas tank, only because I would say, in my own opinion, the people he's fighting so far, he's been fighting. See, until he actually steps it up with somebody who is going to give him a proper run for his money, somebody who is going to knock. Just imagine Joe Joyce Wilder or Joe Joyce Joshua, and he's getting battered, and he's getting, because you have to remember Joe Joyce is really, really slow. And for the level of the guys he's been fighting, it's okay. We can talk about the gas tank, we can talk about, until somebody actually gives him a proper run around for his money. Somebody batters his face properly. Because the amount of shots this guy takes because of his defensive skills, which is not really there. Just imagine Wilder hitting him flush many times. Joshua doing the same. You want to tell me the gas tank is going to remain the same? I don't think so. I do not think so. So his gas tank so far, it looks really solid against the level of his opposition. The guys he's fought so far. Okay, so let's wait until the day he really steps it up. Then we can say yes, his chin, his gas tank is for real. Those two things are for real. But for me, for now, I will say, if you look at it, compare his gas tank and his chin to the level of his opposition so far, yeah, great. But let's wait until he steps it up. That's when we will know proper.
Yo, Woko. You guys are forgetting that Joe Joyce is the most decorated amateur fighter in the UK. You know that? You don't know?
Okay.
He's the most decorated amateur fighter in the UK. Meaning he's fought at the top of the top in the amateur, bro.
Amateur.
Joe Joyce is not a joke. It's not a joke, bro. Listen,
amateur. And Usyk beat him as well in amateur. Remember all that?
Where?
It's not the same, bro.
Joe Joyce was a big novice that time, and Usyk ran for his life as well.
Oh, no, he didn't run for his life. He beat him. He's boxing.
Listen, it wasn't just 3 rounds, bro. Let it be 12 rounds. Let me go 12 rounds together. You will see what happens.
You see one thing I don't like people saying in boxing, that somebody ran. See, boxing is not only someone getting knocked out. If you can run and outpoint your opponent, that is boxing.
Well, so he did run though. Like he did run, bro. He didn't box the way Joshua boxed against Andrew Jr.
Did he beat him
in the second fight?
But did he beat him?
Bro, just 3 rounds, bro. Like that's not enough to judge.
Bro, it's not a question of 3 rounds or 10 rounds or 50 rounds.
Let me be sincere with you right now. Yeah. Let me say with you right now. There are only 2 people that beat Joe Joyce right now in the heavyweight division. Only two, and those 2 is not gonna be. It's not gonna be easy for them. Only 2 I think beat Joe Joyce. Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
So do you think Wilder won't beat him?
I'm a fan of Deontay Wilder. but I don't know. I don't think he beat Joe Joyce. You know, except he land like that right hand more than
But
three,
he
four
will.
times.
He will. Takam landed how many times? He will. He will
Yeah,
land more than three,
yeah,
four
but
times.
Joe Joyce
He will.
didn't have respect for Takam, bro. He just walked forward.
Ah.
Against Wilder, he would have respect for Wilder's power, bro. He didn't have respect.
But Wilder is going to catch him. Do you know how fast Wilder is? Jojo is slow, brother.
Yeah,
Wilder is going to
Wilder
catch
is really
him.
fast, man.
Jesus. Wilder is going to catch him.
Anyway, let's get around here, Ajagba. We'll come back to you, bro. So, Ajagba, what do you make of what we've been saying since? And yeah, like I'm just picking my mind. You know, we have to be open-minded, and that's my opinion. So, yeah.
You know, and like everybody else, because everybody doesn't. Not everyone wants Joe George to sign with Queensberry Promotion. You know, one reason or the other, not a lot of people are fond with Frank Warren. You know, I personally believe Joe Joyce could have easily probably signed with some, maybe PBC if the offer was there. Top Rank, I don't see much with Top Rank because this guy probably doesn't see the value of Joe Joyce when it comes to him fighting. But besides that, I think PBC definitely, because PBC stable is not that impressive to me, to be honest. I mean, look at the stable. Besides Wilder and the young kid that's coming up. What's his name? That's always with Ajagba. You know him.
Jared Anderson, yeah.
Yeah, and I think Jerry Forrest is probably with PBC too, if I'm not mistaken. So I think the stable is not even that much impressive. It's Andy Ruiz, Jared Forrest, Jared Anderson, Chris Arreola. Stable's not impressive. JoJo's could easily be number 2 in that stable of important fighters that they have. But with that being said, I with everybody else, I was kind of annoyed that he did sign with Queensberry Promotions again, because Frank Warren didn't. I don't think Frank Warren sees the value of Joe Joyce not until after he beat Daniel Dubois. You know, it seemed like he was setting Daniel Dubois up for Joe Joyce up for failure. You know, if I was Joe Joyce's manager, Sam Jones, I don't know how I'd be able to hold that in. You know, knowing Joe Joyce probably trying to be used. You know, hopefully, you know, Sam Jones is one step ahead of Frank Warren. He seems like a bright young man. So I'm praying he's one step ahead of Frank Warren. But you know, I wasn't too pleased with the way Frank Warren handled Joe Joyce's win over Daniel Dubois's loss, because he immediately called for a rematch instead of praising Joe Joyce and saying we have something next for Joe Joyce in line, and you know, Daniel Dubois would have to work his way up. He immediately called for a rematch and tried to discard or disregard Joe Joyce's win. That was very annoying to me, and I thought Joe Joyce deserved better. Like I said, you know, it's only an extension.
Mind if I cut in real quick?
Yeah,
you know what I actually feel. Just thinking about what you just said, Sam Jones and Joe Joyce, I believe strongly they are on a mission to get back at Frank Warren. Trust me, they resigning with Frank Warren. They know exactly what they're doing, man. Trust me.
Yeah, man. I really hope so. I really, really hope so. Because if you look at the comments, a lot of people are like, why did Joe Joyce sign with Queensberry? You know, it's just people see what we all see, and it's basically like, you know, you're not appreciative of who Joe Joyce is, and you know, Joe Joyce, the man he's starting to become an entertainer, and you know, he's growing a lot of people. It's a slow process, but he's growing. And I honestly believe, you know, when it comes to him making moves, I think he needs one more fight to actually, you know, solidify himself as like, you know, an absolute contender. You know, right now, if it's Joe Joyce versus AJ, of course AJ is going to be the cash cow, but I would like Joe Joyce to also bring something in, because when AJ beats Usyk, gonna be, you know, it's gonna be, hey man, Joshua just beat the guy you lost to in the Olympics, you know. So I believe Joe Joyce needs to solidify a good win, I wouldn't want him to jump in right away with Anthony Joshua. I think one more good win would be good for him. I might be wrong, I might not be, but that's what I personally think, and that's
One more good win against who? Like
that is a good.
let's look at the rankings right now. Okay, the heavyweight rankings, top heavyweight rankings. August 23, 2021. Fury 1, Joshua 2, Wilder 3, White 4, Andrews Jr. 5, Alexander Usyk 6, Michael Hunter in number 7, Joyce number 8. Okay, in the 8th position. Now let's look at the people who are ranked above him right here on this ranking list. Mike Hunter, will he take a fight against Joyce? No. Andrew Jr., will he take a fight against Joyce? No. He would rather fight another bomb. Okay, or another worship fighter like Christian Roller.
I think Hunter will take a fight.
Dillian, he wouldn't. I wanted that Doc Egovich. You think Hunter Doc Egovich will take a fight against Joyce, the Juggernaut? I don't think so.
Who is Hunter signed with? Is he a free agent?
He's a free agent, bro. Like he signed a I think he signed a multi-fight deal with Thriller recently. That like he really let go of the Egovich fight to sign with Thriller. To fight a low opponent. Fight some bombs there and get paid a lot of money. And instead of going, like fighting someone in Egovich that will actually bring like something like to the table where like fans will be listen. When people are saying boxing is dying, but what do you expect boxing to be when you have these guys not fighting each other? Now, let's look at people that are ranked above Joyce. I'm ranked below Joyce. Joseph Parker. Will he fight Joyce? I don't think so. Parker will fight Chisora again, but I don't think he'll fight Joyce. Luis Ortiz, will he fight Joyce? Hell no. Robert Elenius, will he fight Joyce? Possibly. But him and Joyce is ranked higher, and it's not. I don't think it will be a good fight. It will be a very one-sided fight. Tony Yoka, will he fight Joyce? Like this will be a dream matchup. I tell you right now. Tony Yoka will be, because they competed in the 2016 Olympics final. Yoka, I would say Yoka, it was a controversial win. Okay, Joyce, I feel won that fight. But nevertheless, Tony Yoka got the gold. And his wife as well, Yoka's wife, got the gold. I think they wanted to make a couple kind of, it was just like a couple dream come true. Both couples, both winning gold in the same Olympic tournament. Charles Martin, will he fight Joyce? Well, I don't think so. Philip Egovich, will he fight Joyce? Possibly. But this will be his first loss. It will be his first loss if I fight Joyce. I don't think Egovich has the chin for Joyce. If I have the power, he might have the ability, the agility. I don't think he has the chin. Joyce will walk him down. But we want to say that fight. Kubrat Pulev, will he fight Joyce? I don't know. Personally, maybe. Kubrat Pulev is a big name in Bulgaria. Bulgarians regard Kubrat Pulev as a god there. As like, the way Joshua is big, even Kubrat Pulev is bigger. Like if you compare right now, if you look at Joshua's popularity in the UK, Joshua is popular, no doubt, but he's not seen as a god to the British people. They just see him as a regular boxer. Why Kubrat Pulev is seen as a god in Bulgaria? I spoke to one of my Bulgarian friends. It's crazy how that guy was like, even though he lost to Joshua, they see him as a god there. So the way they praise this guy is something else. I don't know what was so special about him, but maybe it's because he's the only Bulgarian fighter they have. UK have several heavyweights. Bulgaria doesn't have a lot of heavyweights, How many did they have? I don't even know, man. I have to go do my research on that. I only know Krapulev from Bulgaria. Adam Konaki, will he fight Joyce? He's going to be fighting Linus on October 9th, you know. Ajagba, will he fight Joyce? Ajagba will fight anyone, but I don't see the fight happening. I don't want the fight to happen either. Both Nigerians. Ajagba is still coming up. So Ajagba, when he's at the top there, then yeah. Maybe there's something to gain from it. They can get it on. Other than that, no need. Not necessary for Nigerians. We don't want to see that right now. Derek Chisora, will he fight Joyce? Remember, Chisora was offered a Joyce fight. He turned it down. He said the money wasn't enough. Money wasn't enough. Chisora is not scared of anyone, but against Joyce, he will get knocked out. You know, he will get stopped. You know, in early rounds, Chisora will land. He just is gonna take it like as if nothing. Joyce would not respect Chisora's power. That's a fact. The same way the same thing they did to Kalostagram, he's going to do it to Chisora. He would never respect Chisora's power. The power that Joyce respects, I will tell you, Joshua power. He respects Joshua power a lot because he might have sparred a lot of times. Other than Joshua, I don't know whose power Joyce respects. You know, I don't know because I don't know, man. Joyce's chin is something else, bro. Like he's got an iron chin, meaning nothing goes through. Okay, he's only been knocked out once. Okay, and that knockout was when he was a novice, total novice. Ever since, he's never been dropped. Other than that, in the professional ranking, he's never been dropped. What amazed me about Jojo is that he never gets tired. I mean, I've seen all these fighters I mentioned right now. You know, Tyson Fury, we've seen him tired. Joshua, many times. Deontay Wilder, we've seen it. Dillian White, gas out, almost dying. And Ruiz Jr., we've seen it. Usyk, I've not seen it. I've not seen for Usyk though. But yeah, he gets tired. Michael Hunter the same. Jojo's gas tank is the same from round 1 to round 12. This guy is a 15-round fighter. He's a throwback fighter. If we should actually be truthful to ourselves right now, he's a throwback fighter. He's got something. Like when I look at Jojo, I see some sort of Josh Foreman in him. The style of fighting. Look at the way they throw punches. Kind of almost similar. You know, the way Jojo throws his left hook is almost the same way Josh Foreman throws his left hook. You know, like the other day I was just studying their style. Jojo's look very similar to Joshua, although Joshua is like a little bit faster, of course. We've got faster hands. But they kind of fight this very awkward. I'm on the same way. If you think I'm lying, go do your research, guys. And let's go down here. Mao Joe coming again. Now, Mao Joe, I'm gonna be reading this. Do you have anything to say before I read this comment right here? And then you guys can react to it. You know, people reaction. People were not really. A lot of people were not really happy about it, but I guess it is his decision. What do you think, bro? What do you have anything to add to it before I read it?
For me, I just, like I said before, I just think that, I think it's actually a really good thing that Ajagba pointed out that it might be a way of getting back at Frank Warren. So these guys, they know what they're doing. I'm sure. Obviously, we can talk as outsiders. We can say whatever we want to say. But these guys know exactly. I believe they know exactly what they're doing. So,
I don't think he's getting back to Frank Warren though. I'm just saying. But I mean, resigning with someone. How is he getting back with someone? Like getting back to someone? I don't know, man. I don't think so.
Sometimes you might just want to prove a point to someone. Maybe they just want to prove a point.
Frank Warren is big in the game though. I mean, not lie. Like the guy is big. Okay, right now, look at our brother Rafa Koji right now. Okay, he's doing his thing. He's attracting a lot of audience. Nigerians are supporting him, and like this guy right here, Don King was approached by Rafa Akbajori. Okay, no, Akbajori was approached by Don King. Okay, Don King approached Akbajori. Wanting to sign Akbajori. Akbajori respectfully, declined. Okay. Now, if Akbajori had he's doing his thing right now with his trainer, they're doing their thing. They're not signed. He's not signed to any promoter, any big promoter right now. Like if you were to be approached by like if I had to choose John King and Frank Warren, I would choose Frank Warren. Frank Warren, of course, got
Of course.
he will talk for you. But one thing I'm not liking about Frank Warren's approach is that he's trying to pit Joyce against Joshua. You know, like I know this is fight game and everything. Don't create enemies because these guys are friends. You know, they've known each other way back. Even Joshua went to the 2016 Olympic to support Joyce. You know, so I mean, the way he's trying to go about it, I'm not liking it. The same way he did with Dubois. Dubois and Joshua now don't speak. They don't speak, even though Joshua is a very simple guy. Like, even when after what Dubois said about him, yet when he done well lost, Joshua said, you know, you'll be right back. You know, you'll be back. You know, don't worry, don't be sad. You know, so Joshua is just free-minded with people. But he always get criticized, you know. He's not like people are always pitting people against him. And Frank Warren doing his homework, okay, you know, his usual work, you know, trying to pit just against you. I don't think it's a right approach. Now, looking at this comment right here, this particular comment right here. Okay, now this guy said basically Frank will be hoping on Usyk beating AJ, so Joe will be in standing for some sort of shot to Frank. Some sort of shot. So Frank gets a payday. As we know with boxing, the reality of Joe getting a shot before he retires is pretty slim. Shame, really. Simon says he's mandatory. The IBF and WBA do not have one. So it will be next when Usyk beats AJ twice. Okay. What do you guys make of this guy's statement right here, though?
Yo, bro, let me go first, man.
Go on.
Oh, sorry. Okay, let me go, man. See, man, sometimes it's so difficult to analyze what extreme fans say. From what that guy said, I could tell that he's an extreme fan of a boxing promotional outfit. So he's just upset that Joyce did not sign with whom he wanted him to sign up with. His opinion doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, Joyce is at a position where he's already in the right trajectory. Actually, I'm going to take one point from that guy's comment. He said, sometimes it's difficult for you to get a title shot before you retire. And if Joyce falls within that bracket of people that would hardly get a title shot because, number one, he's old. Number two, he's not even a mandatory yet. But he just had a great win against Carlos Takam. And he's connected to Frank Warren that has a link to WBO and WBA. So he's on the right trajectory. All he needs right now is one more big win. After that big win, trust me, this guy is going to be the next in line for a title eliminator or something like that. So he has like 2-3 more fights for a world title shot or a mandatory position. He's on the right track, man.
Thanks, brother. So someone also said, yeah, I would like you to react to this. Someone said, yeah, wait. Who are these big name heavyweights that are signed with Matchroom? Ajagba. Can you react to this?
Yes, bro. Say that again.
It said, someone said, who are all these big name heavyweights that are signed with Matchroom?
Is he asking for the names of the heavyweights that are signed with Pact?
Yes, he was responding to someone that said, strange considering all the big name heavyweights where the money is are with Matchroom. Weird decision. Then the guy responded, wow, all these big heavyweights are signed with Matchroom.
You know what? Off the top of my head, well, I know Anthony Joshua's one. Isn't Zhang Zhilei one of them?
Zhang Zhilei, I thought he was, but Zhang Zhilei, I think he's left Matchroom, though. Is he left or this? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a bit strange.
Oh, Thriller. I think he might be with Thriller.
Yeah, maybe just having a one fight deal with Thriller, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maybe it's a one fight deal with Thriller, you know. So I don't really know.
Let me see. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. All I know is they have a whole bunch of different fighters. I can only tell the truth. I can only remember some of the superstars in the roster.
Guys,
I can't remember.
honest with ourselves. You know, Joshua is one of the biggest names in the heavyweight division, and he's with Matchroom Boxing, so it makes Matchroom Boxing really big in the heavyweight division. But if we're talking about big fights within Matchroom Boxing, apart from Joshua and Dillian White, I really don't know which other fighter for Joyce.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know either. I could tell you of different fighters in their stable, but I can't tell you of how many heavyweights they have. That's really. Oh, what's that guy? That guy sounds.
Chisora is there. Chisora is still pretty big.
It's just so.
Is Chisora bigger than Joe Joyce, like name wise?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
then
yes.
you have to watch Chisora to it then. You know.
And Dylan White also, although Dylan White is not permanently signed to Matchroom, but come on, you know, he's been under Matchroom now for about 4 or 5 years. He's had all his fights with Matchroom after the Joshua fight, you know, so we can we can actually say that he's with Matchroom as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, someone said there goes his world title chance. Do you think what do you think about that statement? There goes his world title chance.
Brother, man, I don't know where you're reading this comment from, but to me, it almost sounds like the comment section of the Matchroom Boxing fan club or something.
No, it's under this Michael Benson, you know, quote, bro.
Michael Benson.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man, bro. Man, well, I feel like from our analysis,
Now that I think
we can
about
tell that Joe Joyce made a decent move by extending his contract with Queensberry.
Someone say, yeah, Joe Joyce ruined his career. He said ruined his career. Right here.
No, that's not true. That's not true. He has not ruined his career. See, as much as I actually like the Matchroom stable and I like what Matchroom is done for boxing, in all honesty, right now, Joe Joyce is not going to be a priority. Yes, it's not like Frank Warren is really a big fan of Joe Joyce, but Frank Warren doesn't have a choice at the moment. It's more like there is no option for Frank Warren. The Bois was his guy, still his guy, but you know, people are still looking at the Bois like, is it really that good? So really and truly, who has he got? He's only got Frank, the Bois and Joe Joyce. So just imagine Joe Joyce with Matchroom at the minute. See, Joshua is so big, Dylan White is so big, Chisora is so big, and what's his name? Usyk just signed another 2-fight deal with Matchroom. After the Joshua fight, if Joshua wins the first fight, there is a clause there that says that
the possibility of Joe Joyce getting a world title shot right now, as I'm seeing right now, quicker, is if Usyk beats Joshua twice. Okay, if he beat Joshua 2 times. I don't see that happening, bro. I don't see that happening.
There is the WBC. Frank Warren also has Tyson Fury. Remember?
Yeah, but Frank Warren never bro. Frank Warren never match like Tyson Fury never fight Joe Joyce, bro. He would never fight. Even though I feel like Tyson Fury might beat Joe Joyce because of his movement and everything, but he will never fight him because there's this chance Joe Joyce doesn't get tired. You're not gonna overpower Joe Joyce. He's gonna be coming. Fury is a pillow fist. You know, he's pillow fisted, bro. So like Joe Joyce would do even like he would do a very good job against Fury. He might even drop Fury and put him down. You know, because Joe Joyce. What is Fury gonna use? What is Fury gonna use against Joe Joyce? Is he gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna overpower this guy"? No, it's not happening. He might only at boxing, try to outbox it. That's all.
You know, like,
but he's big,
like when you were,
and Joe Joyce is good against big guys. Bigger than that.
Remember when you
the body's there for everybody to be. Yeah,
Remember
bro.
when you said that the two guys who has a chance against Joe Joyce is Fury and Joshua? I totally disagree. I actually think that the two guys who actually have a good chance against Joe Joyce is Joshua and Wilder, because Fury cannot knock out Joe Joyce. He can't, and it's a bad matchup for him. It's going to be a really bad matchup for Fury. The only way
Tell
Fury wins
me how
is,
it's gonna be. How is a bad matchup? I beg.
okay, Fury will not be able to trade with Joe Joyce. No way. Okay.
Yeah,
The only
that's
way he
true.
wins is he's going to have pointing. But in terms of trading, he can't, because he hasn't got the power to put him down. He hasn't got the power to put Joe Joyce down. But Joshua does. Deontay Wilder does. But Fury, no way. Absolutely no chance.
Joshua against Joshua should never listen. If Joshua fight Joe Joyce, he should make sure that his gas tank is a A plus. If not, Joe Joyce will be coming. He will be taking it. Be coming. Joe Joyce will even overpower Joshua. I'm talking about the gas tank, because Joshua has learned to preserve his gas tank now. So he's gonna be a different fighter compared to let's say compare Joshua that fought Ruiz the first time. Joe Joyce will be coming forward, but the Joshua that fought Pulev, now he's reserved. He doesn't want to, he will box with you. He will play with you, will toy with you, and then come later and smash you to pieces. Now for Joshua fighting Joe Joyce, he would make sure that he never gasses out. At one point, show any weakness. Because we know Joshua will be coming. That guy chin. So now iron chin. Let me small thing. But I don't support him getting punched like that all the time, because when you get hold now, you feel it. Now you might not feel it now, but by the time you're older, you're a chick like Muhammad Ali. May so rest in peace, the GOAT.
All right, so going back to the Matchroom heavyweights, it's funny because it seems like AJ is probably like the most popular name in Matchroom for the heavyweight division, but they do have at least 5 known heavyweights. Yes, Martin Bakoli's one. You forgot about Martin Bakoli.
Oh, is it? I thought it was okay. Martin Bakoli. Oh, bro, Martin Bakoli and Joe Joyce will be a war. Oh, I forgot that as well. Sorry, bro. I thought. Wait. Martin Bakoli. I thought they say he's no longer with Joshua. He's with MTK Global now. So how is he still with Matchroom then?
He's not being managed by Joshua anymore, but he's still signed to Matchroom. But he's not managed by Joshua, by 248. Is it 258 or 248?
Yeah, 258 MGT. Yeah,
258. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, he's managed by, because MTK Global, they also host fights. They also, they make fight events. They produce fight events, all those kind of stuff. So I'm like, someone said, oh, he's with MTK Global and no longer with Joshua. What even happened? Why? So no one ever say we saw a picture of him and it was expiring. Probably the reason why. He was a good sparring partner to Joshua, and Joshua actually appreciates his sparring partners. But it's just what it is, boxing right here. It's business. It's no brotherhood, bro. It's no brotherhood, bro.
Ty was trying to talk about the heavyweights. I'm actually looking at it. Yeah, they actually have some good names. Ty, you want to go on? I'm just looking at it now.
Yeah, Ty, go on.
Hello?
Ty, you there? Oh, Ty, unmute. Unmute from your hand, bro.
Who's that, Bio Joe? No, go ahead. It's gonna get loud on my side. So
Okay. Bio Joe, go ahead.
Okay, so they're heavyweights, right? So Matchroom at the moment, they've got Martin Bakole. They've got.
Okay, continue.
They've got Martin Bakole. They've got Filip Elgovic. They've got Derek Chisora. They've got Dillian White. They've got Anthony Joshua. Let me see. They've got Fabio Wardley. They have
Huey Fury. I think Huey.
They have Huey Fury as well. Yes, he's there. His name is actually here. I'm looking at their their roster now. Listen, they actually have a number of heavyweights, man. Seriously, they actually do.
Well, Fury is more popular than Joe Joyce though, because of the Fury name.
Yeah.
So that would be a good fight, bro.
All those things.
Yeah, it would be a really good fight.
Adewale, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking, all these things that I just mentioned from Matchroom's table, they are not considered big enough fights that will do anything for Joe Joyce in terms of having an opportunity for title shots. So I really wouldn't consider these names. I would only consider names that are within the top 10 of the sanctioning bodies that rank Joe Joyce. Now, in what stable would he be that he would have a better chance to fight against those guys? I guess that's the real question we should be asking.
Well, that would be PBC then, to be fair.
In the WBC?
PBC.
PBC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, if we're talking top 10, PBC has quite a number of guys in the top 10.
So what I was saying is, if Joyce is ranked highly in the WBO and the WBA,
wait, a minute, guys. Is Simon Biles, or was it Bailey's? Simon Bailey's. Is she signed to Matchroom? I'm seeing a picture here, bro, on Matchroom official site. Wow, interesting. Because there's no way they would use that picture if they didn't have a deal or something like that. Now, wow, continue, bro.
Yeah, man. To be honest, bro, I kind of lost my train of thoughts. But I remember now. I was thinking about, it depends on what sanctioning body rates Joe Joyce at the highest position that gives him a direct opportunity to a title shot. What fighters are ranked in the top 10 of those sanctioning bodies, whether it's one or two? I believe it's the WBO and the WBA right now that ranks Joe Joyce. So the top fighters in those sanctioning bodies that would that signing up with Queensberry Promotion presents him a better opportunity to fight. That's what we want for Joe Joyce's career, right? I mean, if you're a supporter of Joe Joyce,
what is the fight you think will make sense for him now?
What fight makes sense for him now?
Yeah, to get to really get to get his name out there. Like, his name is already out there, but he's not known like that yet.
Okay, are you currently staring at the ranking table?
No. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have the ranking table here, but I'm just looking at the matches.
Do you have the WBO and the WBA? I just want to know what position Joe Joyce is ranked and what fighters are in the top 10.
Okay, let me look at that real quick. I beg, continue to talk before we.
Yes. I mean, man, you see, this is how I see it, man. I want the best for Joe Joyce. Okay, I like Daniel Dubois. I actually prefer Daniel Dubois to Joe Joyce. And when Joyce lost to Dubois, clearly Frank Warren was not really happy about it. But for me, someone that supports both of them, I just want the best for them. Joyce is already approaching the tail end of his career, being 35, 36 years old. And he needs that title shot quickly. Even though he only has about 14, 15 fights, he's ready. The guy is actually ready. I don't think he can win. If Joyce goes in there against AJ today, I don't think Joe Joyce can beat AJ personally. And I don't think he can beat Fury or Wilder. So, whatever it takes, give him the opportunity, okay? Give him that opportunity. Let him fight for the title shot. One of the reasons why Dillian White has still not fought for a title is because he's signed to Matchroom Boxing. If you think about that, it's such an irony. He has been offered title opportunities twice now from AJ, or one time, and he turned it down. So,
but White has made his name though. Like, he's made his name through Matchroom.
But in terms of fighting for that title, he's been with Matchroom Boxing for 4 years, right?
Yeah, but if White was not with Matchroom, I don't know if his popularity will even reach this stage at this career.
Matchroom definitely helped him to become this popular, because without Matchroom Boxing, Dillian White would have been a nobody. let's just be honest here with ourselves. Jillian White, literally, in fact, I don't want to go into there because I'm just going to start bashing.
So well, I'm looking at the heavyweight rankings right now. WBO, IBF, WBC, and WBA. Okay.
So what position is Joe Joyce ranked in each one?
Now let's look at right here. So let me look at the WBO first. Usyk being the mandatory, Joe Joyce is number 2. So Joe Joyce now will be the mandatory after Joshua Usyk fight. For that, look at the IBF right now. The IBF, Charles Martin is number 1. Joe Joyce is in number 5. Charles Martin is going to be the next mandatory for the IBF strap.
Joyce can fight Martins. Joyce can fight Martins and beat Martins.
Well, Martins will not take that fight. That's a fact.
No, you can't guarantee, bro. You can't guarantee.
WBC, they wouldn't take it. I think, except they offer Charles Martin like 10 million, the way Joshua did.
Bro, you can't say that, man. Charles Martin.
Bro,
Charles Martin.
If Joshua did not, if Matchroom did not offer Charles Martin like 6 million euros or pounds, bro, there is no way Charles Martin would have taken that fight. The guy loves money a lot, The guy loves money. So what would you think he will fight your Joyce for peanuts? You just have to have the guy 10 million.
Charles Martin is not in a good position in his career, and he needs a big fight.
Bro, him being
for your information,
him being number 1 in the IBF is already a good thing. What are you saying, guy? What did they talk?
He was offered the Hergovic fight to be the mandatory for the IBF, and he turned it down. Michael Hunter was also offered the IBF mandatory against Hergovic. They went to first bid, Matchroom won, and he went to go and sign with Thriller.
Yeah.
They're still finding somebody to fight for that IBF mandatory position. Nobody wants to fight Hergovic.
Well, Hergovic should fight Ajagba if he really wants it.
No, the way they do it is by the IBF ranking. So I think Charles Martin was the first one, number 1. So Charles Martin, do you want it? No. They moved to number 3. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So till they'll go number by number till somebody says yes.
Well, Martin Bakole will say yes. That I know. Tony Yoka will not say yes. Adi Kabaye, I don't think will say yes. Andrews Jr., I don't think will say yes because Andrews Jr. is a diva. Joe Joyce will definitely say yes for sure. I don't know though, but I think he will.
I don't think Joe Joyce will say yes because he's already he's already in line to be mandatory.
Yeah, WBO, yeah. Luis Ortiz will say yes because the guy want to be on it, but I think he'll get beat regardless. Dempsey McKean, this guy is not talked about a lot. Dempsey McKean, how good is this guy, Dempsey McKean? How good is this guy?
Never heard of him.
And I've heard of. I've only seen this guy's name everywhere. I don't just know how good he is. Dempsey McKean.
He's Australian, isn't he, or New Zealand?
Yeah, he has to. He has to be. Let me look. Let me see if I can find him here.
He's
not here. Yeah. The guy must be from Australia, right? How good is he? Anyway, looking at the WBC rankings, Joe Joyce is in number 3. Wow. Joe Joyce is ranked higher, bro. Ajagba is number 8. Ajagba still has a long way to go in rankings, but he will be there when he beats Sanchez. That will really take him to that will rank him high Ajagba is not.
Did you say Joyce is ranked number 3 in the WBC?
Yeah.
Wow, impressive. That's cool.
Yeah, bro. Joe Joyce in WBA not ranked. Let me see. Ajagba is ranked in WBO by the WBO. Number 10 is in 10th position. Behind Evgeny Romanov. Ajagba is in IBF. Let me see. No, he's not. WBC for sure. Number 8. WBA. Let me see. No, it's not. So only ranked by WBC and WBO. And I think when he gets the win, Sanchez is ranked by WBA. So Ajagba will take his place there. So hopefully he wins that fight. Is Sanchez ranked by the IBF? Nope. Sanchez ranked by the WBC. Yes, it's ranked higher. WBO. WBO. 5th position. Wow. That's amazing. Adekoya, yeah. Continue, bro. We have Adekoya here. Yeah. Yeah, you've heard the news though, right? Adekoya. Adekoya, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you heard the news that Joyce extended his contract with Frank Warren. What was the take on that, bro?
Queensbury Promotions.
Yeah. What's the take on that?
The only thing I can think of is that he probably feels that that Matchroom have too many guys, and he probably feels that only him and what's that other guy's name, Dubois, Frank Warren's main guys, so he will push them and give them the attention. That's the only logical reason I can come up with, because Sam Jones, who is his manager, has a lot of fighters with Matchroom, but he also has fighters with Frank Warren. So I can't even say that maybe he is influencing it. I'll probably that's the only thing I can think of.
Okay, that's so good. Yeah, is it a good move in your opinion though? Like, it's one thing to say, yeah, I don't want to be a second fiddle to Joshua,
Yeah.
But is it a good move in your opinion?
It depends on it depends on what you think of Frank Warren. The only thing I don't like about the way Frank Warren pushes his fighters, he doesn't tend to put them in dangerous fights for a long time. He's very, very careful with his matchmaking. As you would have seen from Dubois, although Dubois is young, I mean, all the guys he fought, none of them prepared him for Joyce. And as soon as Joyce won, who does he put him in with? Carlos Takam. Now, not no shade to Carlos Takam, but the man is 40. And his best days are behind him. You would never see Frank Warren saying, "Oh, let me go and put Joyce in with Hergovic," or even Luis Ortiz. I doubt if he would even want to risk putting him in someone like Luis Ortiz. You go and find somebody that's because
Joyce will beat Ortiz. What do you mean by that?
It's not whether I think he'll beat Ortiz. I don't think Frank Warren would take that risk because Joyce is in such a good position. In his mind, just keep busy till you get your mandatory shot. So
in other words, making uninteresting fights.
Exactly.
Sorry, I hope you don't mind if I come in real quick. I'm just going to say that all boxing promoters do the same thing. They carefully matchmake their cash cows against other.
But Joshua wasn't like that though. Joshua was actually matched properly and with tough fight, bro.
No, I disagree, bro.
What do you mean by disagree? Like, what do you disagree about it?
Joshua was truly matched. The only risk that they really put Joshua in was the Vladimir Klitschko fight.
Wow. So you don't think when Joshua fought Dillian White, a guy who beat him in the amateur, you don't think it was risky?
My bro, that is comparable to putting Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce in.
Yes.
No, it's different.
The difference was that Joyce, in this case, Dylan White, does not have the experience that Joyce had. Joyce was an Olympic silver medalist. You know, it was at that point, everybody just felt that, oh, Joyce is slow, and Daniel Dubois will catch him eventually. You know, again, you're right. To a certain degree, most promoters manage their fighters in terms of matchmaking them, but I do believe Queensberry does it to a fault. If you look at all their cash cows over the years, your Ricky Hattons, your Joe Kazagis, they didn't actually fight any top elite guys till they were in their 30 fights in. That's his usual modus of operandi. You just keep giving them European after European. You go and get one Colombian or get a South African, and you just keep it, and they be going up the ranking till they become mandatory.
This man says South Africa.
You know, it is true that that's what it does now.
Oh my God.
You funny this one, you know. Jojo has we match Richard Latte. He matched Richard Latte against Daniel Dubois. Latte when I reached 40 years old.
Okay. Where is Richard Latte? Forgive me. Is it Cameroon?
No, from Ghana.
From Ghana. Okay, this one was from Ghana, not South Africa.
Okay.
That is a good fighter. Come on, man.
And he matched him against Ebenezer Tete. The guy already 50 years old. You know.
No, come on, man. Don't shit on my boy Latte like that, man. Latte is a good fighter, bro.
Ebenezer Tete now.
I beg, stop, man.
Ebenezer Tete now. There was no match for Dubois. Same as Richard Latte though. The Latte is good. You know, he's got hard, no doubt.
Richard Latte was the WBO African champion. Do you know that?
Bro, a WBO African champion against who did he fight? Who did he beat in Africa?
What does that mean?
Like, what do you mean by that?
Do you know that? What does it mean?
Who did he beat?
I've never even heard of it.
Bro, Richard Latte.
The problem I have is all these titles.
I mean, what does it mean? WBO African title.
Come on, man. Don't disrespect us like that, bro. There is WBO.
You tell me, what does it mean? Because I've never heard of it before. So that's why I'm asking you, what does it mean?
And let me tell you, man, if you're the WBO African title list, you are in the top 15 automatically.
Top 15, yeah, but what? Does that mean you're the best fighter out of Africa? Because I don't understand what does it mean?
No, technically, you're the best fighter out of Africa. Yes, technically.
But how is that possible? Is it better than is it better than Ajagba?
Ajagba is out of the US, bro. Ajagba fights in the US. That's the difference.
Yeah, but Latte hasn't been fighting in the UK.
No. Latte is pure Ghana, man. He fights Ghana, Namibia, I think Nigeria too, maybe once. But mostly Ghana.
Well, he's fought twice in the UK. I thought maybe okay.
Yeah, I mean, my guy needs good paycheck too, man. Latte coming to fight Daniel.
Yeah, but listen, Latte has heart. He has heart, but he can't fight. Let's be real, man.
Yeah, he has heart. I agree with you. He doesn't have skills. But he has heart.
Yeah.
You know? Again, you need to consider the fact that when Latte got to the UK, it was 2 days to the fight, bro. 6-hour flight from Ghana to the UK, only having 2 days to acclimatize to the conditions, and then you put him in there against Daniel Dubois, and he rocked Dubois.
You know, he's also fought what's that other one's name? The other Queensberry guy.
Yeah. Well, we don't even know his name. That's to show you how he really.
Yeah, but that one they gave him a full camp. You know, and he still didn't do anything.
He's not, bro. Come on, man. He's not that good. We both.
That's what I'm saying now. So I don't want you to make it seem like I'm throwing shade on the guy. I'm not telling the facts now. You know.
If Latte was training in the UK, he would have been a much better fighter for sure. Or imagine he was training in the US. Bro, it's a wrap, man.
What do you say?
No, carry on, carry on.
What you want to talk before?
I don't even forget now. There was something where you guys did talk. Oh, I was talking about Ajagba and Frank Sanchez. I was just laughing that the way all of us are just taking it for granted that Ajagba will beat Frank Sanchez.
I'm not taking it for granted. I just believe in Ajagba.
No, but you know, yeah, but I'm just the way we talk about it. I'm just inviting Frank Sanchez people. Okay. Once Frank Sanchez people also say that this Ajagba is moi.
I'm saying, listen, I'm not saying Frank Sanchez is a dangerous fighter. Like he's
definitely.
He's more skillful than Ajagba, no doubt about it. Like he's got more skills than Ajagba. But however, I just believe Ajagba's willpower will, Ajagba is in a position where he's heading to the top. I don't think Ajagba will let Frank Sanchez stop that shine. That road that they like. Look at Ajagba is now. Look at the road to the top. Ajagba is between the road to the top. He's at the other side, the other end of it. Frank Sanchez, to get to the other side of the arena, he needs to get past Frank Sanchez. And
absolutely,
I just believe he will get past Frank Sanchez. He will get. I just believe it. Okay, if that day comes, Frank Sanchez wins. He's boxing, man. It happens.
Yep.
Anything can happen. However, it depends on how Frank Sanchez wins. Even if he wins, I don't see him knocking Ajagba out. Okay, I see Frank Sanchez boxing, trying to box Ajagba. Trying to box with him. If he train with Ajagba, it will be an early night for him. Ajagba's power is not a joke. I'm going to tell you right now, he's not a joke. You don't want to get hit by Ajagba, often like that in a fight. So I believe he's going to use his slickness. He's going to be very tricky. He's going to land some very good punches on Ajagba, but Ajagba will take it to him Ajagba will take it to him in round 5. Okay, from there Ajagba will start getting stronger. I just believe that's what I believe. Well, maybe if Ajagba box as well, so it's going to be very difficult for Frank Sanchez if Ajagba box. Like really box. Difficult for him because Ajagba has got a longer reach. It's gonna. Ajagba has never been in a door fight like that. He's never been in a door fight. Any of his fight, people will say, "Well, look at the Ali Demirezan one." Well, Ali Demirezan beat Tony Yoka. You guys forget? Yes, he beat him, knocked him out. He knocked him out cold. Okay, and against Ajagba when they fought, the guy did not drop Ajagba. It was a very competitive fight. Demirezan is an Olympian, not a joke. People just look at Ajagba. That's why when I talk about Ajagba resume, people look at the people because they don't know the name. They are not familiar with the name. They would just say, this guy, yeah. No, go look at the people they fought. And they've beaten as well. Ali Demirezan is an Olympian. Okay, from Turkey. With strong chin, very strong chin. The guy he's got very strong chin. And when he fought Tony Yoka, he stopped Tony Yoka. Stopped him.
Yeah,
cold.
The problem is that
he knocked him out. He knocked him out cold. Not even like cold. That's what happened. Cold.
Amateur now. I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything.
If someone knock you out amateur, is that not worse? That knock you out,
no,
bro.
No. What I'm saying is that
what do you mean by amateur now? What do you mean by that one?
What you've done lately that people this guy that you're talking about, I don't know what he has done in the professional ranks. I can't think of anybody.
Ali Demirezan might not afford the people you know. I follow it, right, because I'm into German boxing. So okay. I follow German boxing a lot more than you guys. You guys don't even know a lot. You don't even know any German. I don't know if you know about more than 5 German boxers. Can you mention 5 German boxers you don't know? So I follow these guys here. Even Collins Oja, his last fight, very good one as well. Good knockout from Collins Oja. I wanted to post it on BBC, but I was like, I wanted him to get permission first from the guys. I don't want to post on BBC. I can't post on D and they can't give me copyright strike. I don't need it right here. You understand? better to like get permission from the guys and let me know if I'm allowed to. But he tried to get permission from them. He tried to contact them, but I don't know. They didn't respond. So I just said, "Me leave like that." That's that. Maybe I can post all these kind of things and go get a copyright strike. So Ajagba Sanchez, I think by the time when the time as the time gets close, when the time is getting close, I think that is when we are going to be talking about it more, because then the anxiety will start showing from me. So I was so enthusiastic, I was like so happy, and I was also very anxious when they were supposed to fight, when they were meant to fight July 24th before Fury, put out. Okay, now this time around, so we'll still be in September. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
We need to speak. I will arrange with Josie, okay?
Yeah,
we arrange with Josie. We arrange with Josie.
Yeah. I think about Jody talk. You don't know, say with it, But George, we meet them for the side. Okay, good. So, enough. Do you have anything to add to it before we vamurai?
No, that's good. I mean, Joy, congratulations to Joyce. At least that should mean that he's earning more money. I don't
know about any. I don't know about more money, but possibly. Let's hope so.
If he's going to resign with the guy, you would presume that, especially as he just beat Dubois and he's in line for, is now the number one in the WBO. I would expect he has a strong negotiating position to get more money from this guy to resign.
Well, maybe he also contacted Eddie Hearn. Maybe his manager Sam Jones he worked with Eddie Hearn. He's got fighters that are signed to Matchroom. So something is not right somewhere. Anyway, it's just what it is. Adewale, do you want to add anything to it? Adewale.
Yo, bro, thanks so much for having me, man. That was a great
conversation. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks, brother. God bless you. God bless you both for coming to the show. God bless you. I beg, not too much. Respect to Mao Joe, and stay blessed, guys. God bless you.
Side of you. She wanna lick a FaceTime call and she in her panties and bra. Oh, let me see what you have underneath. While you make a boom that move together like twin. I'm after.
All right.
Side of you. She wanna lick a FaceTime call and she in her panties and bra. Oh, let me see what you have underneath. While you make a boom that move together like twin. I'm have to film it, I like it, it's super exciting, You could make man pull up on you, She licking on my neck like say I be ice cream man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Boom. I am not a pilot, but I'm flyer than your average man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Girl, you know just how to satisfy your man. I can never get tired. Now you telling me it's my turn. Execution so smooth. Bring it closer, closer till it's over. She licking on my neck like say I be ice cream man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Boom. I am not a pilot, but I'm flyer than your average man. Oh, yeah, let me see what you have underneath. Everything I do is splendid. The Asking for new jams till it's pending. Touch your toes, girl, bend it. You're rocking with a fucking legend. Best life, she want live her best life. I'ma give you your best life, and I go give you your best. She licking on my neck like say I be ice cream man. Oh yeah, let me see you, let me see what you have underneath. Oh, I am not a pilot, but I'm flyer than your average man. Oh yeah, let me see you, let me see what you have underneath. She licking on my neck like say I be ice cream man. Oh yeah, let me see you, let me see what you have underneath. Oh, I am not a pilot, but I'm flyer than your average man. Oh yeah, let me see you, let me see what you have underneath. And if for 72 cause a disease. Wow.